I probably would see the comments from here, by the way, Jason.
Me
Oh shit! Wrong one. Hope people don't hear me.
and
Probably.
it says live in the top left corner, so maybe we'll.
I realise, guys, because if we're live, I'm not even going to bother doing the countdown. So if somebody put it up in chat, please, if we're already live.
I think it is live.
Kind of mucked it up.
Ah, you're right.
Yeah, we are live, literally in the room. So we've like
we're
blabbing along.
It's all right. They know it's me. It's my stream. I'm usually
yes.
a wee bit. All right, everybody. Welcome to the room tonight. We've got a wee bit of a uplifting stream for you. We want to try and share our journey with you. Can you hear me? Aye, Toby. Aye, we're live. Okay, Toby's let me know.
Yeah.
What I want to do tonight, guys, is I want to try and achieve to keep everybody's spirits up. I want to try and let you all realise why we do what we do. And sometimes we don't get communication, but that's okay. Don't lose hope for that. We've got NK Hauntings with us, who is one of the most teams that I respect. I respect everything that they do, and I respect the way that they started and things. So tonight I'll add Michelle to the room. Sherry. Right, we'll get Michelle.
Say that again.
Welcome, Michelle.
Thank you. Hello, guys. How are you?
Yeah,
how are you guys? How's everyone? My sweet Sherry, my Drew. I couldn't find where you were going, Sherry. I'm like, I gotta find you, Sherry. I found where my Sherry is. I'm like, where'd my Sherry go? I'm like, I don't see her streaming. Where is she?
We've got MK Hauntings up, Michelle. MK Hauntings is one of the teams that I follow from Ireland. I've followed them from the beginning, and I really respect them. I respect the way that they do things, especially when they do a lot for their followers and things. So I welcome into the room, Bob. I'll get you up in a wee while, bud. So I want MK Hauntings to maybe share a wee bit of their journey with them, why they stay honest, why they do what they do, why they stay focused. If you don't mind sharing, guys.
Take it away.
Take it me.
Come on, my streams are relax.
I've been given this like center spot to like.
Well, we can hear you all, so it's okay. Nick, Kim can talk, and so can Catherine. We can hear you all.
Yeah. Well,
lockdown's where we started.
Lockdown, yeah. I know a lot of people started during lockdown, but we started watching other YouTube channels, and we were watching some pretty unbelievable stuff. So we decided we needed to find out for ourselves. Plus, we live in Ireland, which is like steeped in so much history. So we decided to do it. And that's
the response in our hometown has been insane as well, like really great.
Yeah.
Derry's amazing, isn't it? You've got a lot of nice locations up on your channel that you've been really, really privileged today. I mean, honestly, I've told you all before to go subscribe to NK Hauntings, guys, and please do it, because they have got a lot of cool locations in Derry and things. So I take it that's what keeps you going, is that every location you go to, you get a wee bit more, you make another wee connection.
Yeah, definitely. And also we kind of love doing what we do as well. So going out is like a wee night out for us. So you know,
for me, I think that's the same for anyone that's investigators. To be quite honest, isn't it? They go, "Like, what's your night out?" Like most people could go into the pub, and I go, "I'm just investigating."
Yeah,
I'm going to the local cemetery.
We're at a.
I mean, I was quite intrigued at the fact that one of the first places that you decided to investigate was your actual place you worked. Was that not a bit like, well, this could go either way, having to go back to work here?
It has been hard going back to work. Like, I'm not going to lie. But it was just because there was so much history surrounding the building, and Also, previous to being a theatre, there's like so much history. Plus, so many people kind of had stories, their own stories, and I had several kind of encounters there myself. So it was just, one of the places we knew we would get evidence.
See, in the early day, guys, was there ever a point where you were tempted to fake anything?
No.
Never.
No.
No
I mean, I
point.
know a lot of teams will think like, oh, well, I'm not really a paranormal investigator. I'm just doing this for a kind of something today during lockdown. But do you think that helped you, the fact that the first couple of investigations you did, that you got really shocked at what you caught?
Yeah.
100%.
Do you think if there was somewhere
love
you
it.
had maybe went and you didn't get anything, you would have been tempted to maybe throw a rock, kick a can, or do you know what I mean?
No, there's
That has happened, and
you
you either don't release it or you put it up anyway and say, "None happened."
we went to Ballygelly Castle in Belfast. Is if you research it online, apparently it's one of the most haunted places in Ireland. So we had high hopes, and literally nothing at all happened. So we just didn't release the video.
Right. See, I've kind of called my channel Paranormal Vlog for that reason, because I feel as if you put the evidence out that you don't get nothing, that's evidence as well.
Yeah.
You know? So
Aye.
I've followed
I
you. A
do.
lot of people know that I've already followed you from the beginning. I mean, I've interviewed you a couple of times now, so that's why I keep coming back to you, because I do follow you a lot. And I would like you to tell the guys in the room a wee bit about how much subscribers you have got and what you do for your subscribers, if that's okay.
Well, at the minute we're over the 3,000 mark, which is insane because we're actually only doing this over a year and a bit, year and a half, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, I would say roughly.
3,000 is crazy for that length of time.
Yeah, and our views as well. Like, I see a lot of channels have like really high subscriber counts, but really low views, and it's kind of, our view count is also quite steady and continuous. So we have like really loyal people who keep coming back to the channel and keep watching the videos.
That's because, see, from a fan's point of view or a follower's point of view, I can answer why people keep coming back. They keep coming back because they see the fear in you. Not so much now because you are getting used to spirits being around you, but see, more in the beginning, you could clearly tell that you've had the really many experiences with spirit. So in the beginning, you could really clearly, that was exciting because it was funny the way that you reacted and things. So I think that got a lot of your subscribers to connect with you to start with, is the fact that you really couldn't fake Jason being scared. Cameron's a wee bit more nerves, a wee bit more weary, needed a wee bit more truth.
It's switched now, definitely.
It has switched. I am so much more braver than her.
I know.
She's got really scared. Yeah.
Kim's very nervous, that.
Is that because now, Kim, you know that spirit is real? Do you think?
At the very start, I was a skeptic for months, but now I do believe. So maybe that is why that I'm scared more now.
So, Catherine, I've never really noticed whether you're scared or not. I don't see you. Catherine doesn't go out every time with the guys in the investigations, but it's Kim's sister, am I right?
Yeah.
Aye. But I've seen you in quite a few. So, what do you think? I've asked these guys this before. What do you think's your haunted most experience? Your scariest?
The scariest for me was when I thought there was a dog somewhere. I'm not really afraid. I'd be like, kind of just bring it. Prove that you're here, kind of. But I think I was afraid in Humber House would have been my first video lick. And then it was, things were saying your name and there was knocks and footsteps. And I was like, absolutely not. I'm going home. And it was like whenever you were finished, you were like, I've done that. It was...
So did you have more of the mindset of, right, I'm going along to make sure these guys are not faking it? Did you kind
I
of
just
that?
assumed nothing was going to happen, honestly.
Right.
And then it was like footsteps, and you could see my whole face in that old video. I was just like, why am I here? Like, what am I?
Why did I do this?
And then I went on another couple, and I definitely wouldn't say I'm like afraid. I'm more afraid of like another person was there, or like a murderer or something.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's
in the theater, like the door's locked. I love going to places where you can lock the door. Like I would go back to Cumber House, no problem now.
right.
It's just us in there.
Yeah.
And you can lock the doors.
Unfortunately, I've only ever really investigated like woods and things like that so far. I'm choking to get into an actual location. It's no more home
It's a lot more
to
relaxed.
investigate. Yeah, I think that would be
You can
when
spend
you
more
really
time.
think. So, what do you think of the theatre then?
Pardon?
What do you think of the theatre? Because it
Theatre's
kind
great
of treats
stuff.
people different.
I would say more so like up the stairs would be where if you were coming, you would just go there first, because I don't know if the actual auditorium has a lot of activity. I don't know. I've only been a few times myself.
Yeah.
There's definitely something upstairs. Sometimes you would feel like the first time I went, I was like, definitely, like my hairs were standing up, but we were there the other day and I was completely fine.
So do you think that's what keeps you going then? Do you think the fact that you do know where the haunted locations are, you do know how to connect to the spirits, especially in the theatre, because that's like where you have done the most, if you like. So do you feel as if that's what keeps you going, is you really do know that spirit exists and it is around you, so you don't have to get that proven to you anymore?
Yeah, it's more now, I think, capturing the proof for other people as well, you know. And for us, we love like, and one of the things our fans say that they love is that we delve into the history of a place. So we love it when we get proof that matches up with history we've found. So that's kind of what keeps me going, as well as
So what do you think keeps you honest, ladies? What do you think makes you happy at just growing at the pace you are growing? And you know that our other YouTubers, like the higher up YouTubers, I'll not mention names, would probably want to collab with you now that you are getting higher up. But you know, maybe these teams fake things. Do you think you would ever go along with them just to grow? Maybe even if that takes faking a wee thing, do you think you would ever do it? No,
never.
I didn't think you'd either.
Never. I wouldn't.
The reason I do what we do, it's more personal for me, because it's keeping me sober with my sobriety. It's something to focus on, and if we ever faked anything, we would never have any followers, and it would be gone, and it would be 100 to my sobriety. I would never do that.
Yeah.
See, I kind of started that way, take him, because I don't know if you've heard the story I shared. It was about when I was a drug addict and things, and I was really, really despairing, and I was like calling out to something to show itself so that I had hope in life. And that's when I started getting into the witchcraft, was because I did see a figure that was a deity, and they did connect to me. So that's what kind of proved it to me that all this was real and helped me keep going. So I think if I hadn't had that experience, I think I wouldn't have really believed and wanted to keep going, if you know what I mean. So I can relate to what Kevin's saying. Do you know what I mean? You've got to keep getting the proof and things to make you believe, and keep the faith, and keep knowing that it is out there. It's just
and I know, like, to be completely honest, like, it is frustrating sometimes when, you know, you've traveled 2 hours to a location, you spent money, or, you know, and you can't get in, or or, you know, you arrive there, you spend 2 hours walking around, and you've kind of got bugger all. But we just put that down to, right, the spirits just didn't want to communicate with us tonight, and we still have put out videos where very little has happened, and it's just
I've got to say,
one
of the really things that I love about following you guys is, and it never fails, is just how jumpy and, well, not so much now because you are starting to calm down a wee bit, it's just how jumpy and things
I
you get.
know.
Uh,
That's me. I'm so jumpy. Even in the house, you know, if Kim, if it's been really quiet in the house for a long time and we're sitting on our phone and Kim just goes, "Oh, Jason," you know, I will jump. It's just,
And you're always that wary that one of you might just peek your head out round a corner to one of you and scare you. So it always keeps you on edge.
I know.
no, we have a pact now that we're not allowed to scare each other while we're out on an investigation, like not intentionally, you know, there's no pranks, there's nothing. So
Is that why Caitlin didn't come, so she didn't need to swear by this oath? So she can still jump at you. I wanted just to be one of the teams that helped me share the purpose tonight, along with Sister Sherry and her friend. And the purpose I'm trying to put out to the guys that's maybe, I mean, I've not got hundreds of subs either, okay? But I see the mission that keeps me going. I keep going because I want to connect to spirit. I want people to believe that they're around us, and 2 or 3 other things. So I wanted to get teams up that I know doesn't fake things and is an inspiration to other people. Because see the fact that you did, I mean, tell the guys a bit about what you have done over the last 2 weeks for your subs and the things that you have done, you know what I mean? Like putting on your show in the theatre. You have done all that for them, and you have filmed in the island and things for your subs. I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's about your followers and the spirits.
Well, we get a lot of requests to come out with us on investigations, and we would love to take everyone out each time we go out, but you know, you have to be really careful insurance wise, because you're going around abandoned buildings, and if anything happens to someone while you're out, you know, you're not really covered. And also, if we started bringing everyone out, then you know, we would never go to places alone, which we enjoy doing because we find we're more scared, and you know, our energy kind of attracts the spirits a bit more. So we started, you know, doing competitions to bring people with us. We had an event in the theatre on Friday night past there, and people came and did an investigation in the theatre with us, and we let them all try the Estes method, let them try our equipment, and took them around the building. And we also invited some of the people to play a game of hide and seek, or hide and clap in the theatre.
And how did that go?
That was brilliant.
Advertised. Was that good?
That's going to be out on Halloween night, that one. Well, if I can get it edited.
Oh, was that a record? Right, okay. I'll watch that Halloween night. That sounded really interesting, the fact that you took a bunch of kind of strangers to the place where you know has caused you so much creepiness.
Jason as well. Jason was blindfolded that night. The whole night he was blindfolded and trying to find everybody. So it was different from last year's. Last year's everybody just hid, but he was blindfolded this time. So
that was hilarious.
Oh, well, you're getting braver and braver, Jason, I must admit. Honestly. Especially at that place you work.
And then obviously the Halloween event.
The Halloween. So we went down to the island and we filmed there for 2 nights. And what we've done is we kind of really wanted to meet everyone. And so we've organised a screening in the theatre. So it's going to be like a cinema night, and we're going to screen the findings from the.
And then we've got a charity raffle then that night as well. So all the proceeds from that raffle is going to go to a charity here.
Yeah. See, that's the type of thing I think that us as investigators, not even investigators, maybe even just as creators that on YouTube, and if people are watching us and people are trusting us and things, I think it's only kind to start giving back to the people that watch us and things, because you really are amazing guys, and you've got a lot of tips and things that you could give the upcoming people that's really trying to make it right now and is finding it hard.
Yeah, you know? Like whenever we had the public investigation there Friday past, and I knew there was these 2 wee girls that was going to be there that really loves us, So I took my own merch out of my wardrobe and brought it down and gave it away to them because they're like #1 fans and stuff. So we love doing wee things like that as well.
Yeah, that's
Hello,
what it's all about.
everybody. Hi, people in chat. Okay, sorry.
I was letting them finish. I just want to introduce Uncle Danny. That's Danny I look up to as well. He's one of my big inspirations that keeps me being honest, keeps me focused, and keeps me thriving just to talk to spirits and ignore the drama and things. Which was my next question. How do you ignore the drama, girls?
There's a lot of drama in this field, isn't there? It's
sometimes it's a little hard to stay away from.
It's a hard to stay away from. We just
distance ourselves.
We just distance ourselves from teams that we know cause drama.
We wouldn't be petty and unsubscribe or anything, but we would just distance.
Yeah, that's what I tend to do. If I tend to think that, usually if I get a bad comment or something at the bottom in one of my videos, I don't even read it. I just delete it and block the person. Because to me, if you engage with that message, that's you engaging in that negativity. Do you know what I mean? So I would rather just block and delete, and that's it. Not even pay any more head to it. Do you typically do that type of thing as well? Just don't pay any mind.
No, we don't. And if we hear of like a group that doesn't like another group or something, we tend to not judge that group and what another group are saying about them. So
learn for yourself.
There's two sides to every story. And I don't know about over there, but over here as well, there's a big thing about people like staking claims on places. It's hard to get in and investigate. So we try to, if people message us to say, "Oh, how did you get in here, get in there?" We'll tell them, as long as we know they're not going to go and wreck the place. We will tell them, where the place is.
What do you think the best bit of advice you could give the people that's maybe losing a bit of hope or maybe tempted to do things the wrong way? What would you tell them if they're being, this is what your second year in it and you are doing really well?
Forget about the numbers, because I got lost in that for a while. Forget about the numbers, and if you're not growing, just forget about that for a while and realize why you're doing it and know that you're doing it for you as well. And if you keep on doing it, then eventually you'll see results.
It's definitely a labor of love, isn't it? It's we try and not get. It's hard. It is hard to sometimes try and say, "Oh, I'm not growing," and But we always find when we're not thinking about it is when
it happens.
Most, and also, just don't get caught up in the numbers. Is kind of the main thing.
See, I find with YouTube sometimes you gain 4 subs and they take away 3 and things, and it really does get disheartening. It really, really does. So I think that's why a lot of people do lose hope. But I'm glad that you did that. I'm glad that you have told us things that helps you go on and why you do so much for your subscribers and things. Because I think that's a big part of it. Uncle Danny disappeared. Oh no, there he's there.
And another.
What's that?
I thought you were speaking, Uncle Danny.
Oh, I was just gonna, add to a couple things that I've heard so far. All right. So first of all, for drama, I really like drama. Oh bullshit, but I don't do drama. I don't get involved in drama, even if 2 of my YouTubians are fighting with each other. I don't get in the middle of it. The way I look at it, they're adults. If they can't sort it out, that's their problem, not my problem. Right.
Yeah.
So when it comes to drama, I just ignore it completely. Right. If something's bad on my thing, I just delete. That's it, and block, and I'm done.
Right. I think that's the best.
If people want to cause drama with me, if they don't like what I'm doing, whatever, they can take a long horse suck on my ass. Okay. Simple as. Okay. Simple as. Take a long horse suck on my ass and go away. You know, the people get so upset about drama and so and so said so bloody. What? Who gives a rat's ass?
I
Okay,
know.
are you ever going to meet this person? No. Are
I
you
think
ever
the
gonna?
message,
Are you ever going to go
the
for
message is
coffee?
more important.
Are you ever going to go
every
for
time.
coffee with this person?
That's
No.
right.
Do you want this person to be your friend? No. So then why do you give a shit? Right? You're never going to meet this person, go for coffee with this person. They want to cause drama. Take a large hard suck on my ass, move on. That's it. That's it for drama. That's all. Okay.
We
I
just
do
got these two under
I have
control,
that,
and now you just set them off again.
I have that
But
actually now.
And as for advice for newcomers and stuff, when it comes to the spirit world, okay, the only advice that you got to know is don't be an asshole. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, spirits were people too. They deserve respect.
Yeah.
Whether they're good or bad doesn't matter. You got to keep in mind, human spirits, if they were an arsehole while they're alive, they're going to be an arsehole once they're dead. If they were nice when they were alive, they're going to be nice when they're dead, right?
Yep.
So just treat them like you'd want to be treated. That's it. It's not that hard. Don't go in there. I'll tell you what, if you came into my house, okay, and said, hey, I want you to make a noise. I bet you can't make a noise. If you don't make a noise, you're weak. I'm going to go, ha, 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 pick you up and toss you out the freaking window. Bye. See you later. See you later. Nice visit, But, and that's the same thing. That's the same thing with advice. Oh, it's a demons that got scratched 3 times. No, it's not. It's a bloke like me sitting there in my ghost house on my ghost couch watching my ghost football game, and some jackass come in the house, okay, and says, "Hey, if you don't do this, this is gonna happen. If you don't do that, that's gonna happen." And they're bitching and yelling at me. I'm trying to enjoy the game, right? Well, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna knock 3 times really loud on the wall. Oh my God, that's dynamic. No, it's just me trying to piss you off. Right? So I'm going to take 3 fingers and I'm going to scratch him, and they're going to go, a demon, and run out my door. I'm going to pick up my ghost beer, sit back in my ghost chair, and watch my TV. That's what it is.
So what advice would you give Uncle Danny for everybody to stay honest? Just stay honest, stay on the path and prove.
You know what? The truth of the matter is, we are all part of one family. Anyone that's involved in the paranormal, I don't care what branch the paranormal you're in, we are all part of the same family, okay? Yeah. So what you want to do is you want to put up legitimate stuff, okay? If you get evidence and you go, hey, I like this evidence, put it up. If you get evidence and you're not 100% sure, you say, well, I think it's this. What do you people think? Put it up that way. Don't put it up as evidence. Put it up as this is what I think it is. What do you think it is? If you put it up at all. Simple as. Yeah, right? Definitely. The problem is if you do things repetitively, screwing up and putting up BS, everyone's going to say that everybody's full of BS. You're hurting us and you're hurting each other. Right? So, be proud of your evidence. That's the main thing is, when I put up stuff, I put up my stuff, then I look in the mirror and I say, am I happy with what I did? Yeah, I'm happy. So it stays, right? If I think, well, maybe I should not put that up because I'm not 100%, then I take it out. Simple as, right?
Yeah. Makes sense.
As long as you can look in the mirror. And you know what? Sometimes you go on investigation, you don't get squat. I still put stuff up.
Yeah.
Because I'm still investigating. But you know what? That proves even more that the spirits decide whether or not they want to give you evidence, right? Mm-hmm. So not getting evidence can be evidence, right? You don't have to be saying, oh, gee, I didn't get no evidence. Who gives a rat's ass? You went on your investigation. You did your best. You might not have got some, but maybe they weren't home today. Maybe they'll be there tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And that's the same.
That's all proof as well, isn't it? I mean, that's all proof that maybe the airwaves wasn't right or the communication just wasn't at the right.
Right, and sometimes they
just don't want to communicate. Sometimes they want to be left alone. They're people at the end of the day. They don't always want to be disrupted or spoke to. Sometimes they just want their space.
Right, like Sherry can go to a place and get loads of evidence, right? The next person go to the place won't get squat because they don't respect the spirits properly.
Yeah,
that as well.
If someone's treating you like shit, are you going to answer them? No. If you do, it's going to be in anger, right?
Yeah.
Well, you go in there and you respect it, you're liable to get more evidence if you're being respectful than if you're being pushy. You know?
Yeah.
You know, just think when you're talking to them, what if they were saying what you're saying? What would you do? Right?
When I
Yeah,
talk
that's
to them and I communicate with them, I look at them as like I would look at my family and how I would expect my nan and my granddad, my brothers and sisters to be spoke to, and myself with respect. And I go in there with the understanding that it's not our place, it's theirs. So respect their place and respect how they feel. You know,
Yeah.
if you've got a spirit that tells you more than once, please go away, you're going to respect that and move to another area until they're ready to talk to you. That's just how I am. I take things to investigations, give them over as offerings because I believe that they are very important, and that's how I've been brought up. And
And
as like with you guys, you will say to stay away. I have had firsthand some of the most nastiest drama go towards me because of who I am.
I know.
I have took a lot of bashing and a lot of hurt, and I've been very close at times to leaving. But all I can say to you guys is never give up what you have love and passion in. Okay, what somebody's word is doesn't mean that they know who you are. Okay, you can ignore it, you can walk away from it. I used to be somebody that would fire back. I would scream, I would shout, I'd get so angry because I felt so disrespected. I felt the spirits were disrespected until my pups come to my rescue and was like, you're good at what you do, but remember it this way. And I'm like, what's that, pups? When you're doing your rants and you're getting angry because these people are mocking you, they're putting your children's pictures over the whatever, he goes, your evidence, your good work's not getting noticed because people are taking more notice and you retaliating.
The drama.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Are you going to continue with the drama, or are you going to be that amazing investigation that people know you for? And that investigator and that honest and loving person that gives her heart to everybody. And that's what made me stop doing that. Now, I'm not the one that used to go out and get the drama. I'd get it, I'd react because I had a passion. I like if I see people I cared about get bullied as well, I would go on fire, literally. I hated bullies. Okay. But I've learned that the more you retaliate, the more crap comes to you. Okay. Don't ever give up on your channels. I've been watching a lot of really good channels that have gave up recently or thinking of giving up. Don't give up on what you love. Nobody's got the right to bring you down, tell you if you're right or you're wrong. Just be honest, be loyal, and be true in what you do. Don't give up when you go out and you're not getting evidence, because you're not going to get evidence every day. Okay, I go out and there's a lot of times I don't get evidence. Most of the time I do, but a lot of the times I don't as well. Okay, and I put all of my videos up because it's proof of the paranormal, and it's proof that sometimes they're just not there. You know what I mean?
In the paranormal, we have a rock star. We have a rock star in the paranormal, and you guys got to remember this. So I'm going to say a rock star. There's a word that's called ignore, and the short form for that is going to be Iggy, because Iggy is good, Iggy is wise, right? And we got block, so we got Iggy Block. That's Iggy Pop's cousin. Right? So in the paranormal, we got Iggy Block, right? So you just ignore and block and move on, and that's it.
Exactly.
Don't feed it. Okay?
That's all you got to do. Just ignore it. Don't opinionate back to them. Don't fire back at them.
Right? And one more thing I tell you guys: if you go, say you go to a place 3 or 4 times, it's a wonderful place. It's a great place. It's a safe place, and you're on crack, because those 3 times that you went, maybe, just maybe, Jack the Ripper wasn't there that day.
Yeah.
Right? The 4th time you go, there might be a hell of a lot of trouble. So always remember, even if it's a place you've gone 3, 4, 5 times, you don't know what spirits are there and when they're there. You might come the 5th time, and it might be all bad spirits that are hanging out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So always treat each investigation, make sure you got your protection, make sure you got your security, because you never know. The same place that's wonderful one time could be the hell on earth the 2nd time, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Always keep in mind.
No place is ever the same, and there's never the same spirit there. It's always forever changing.
Every time
you
go with the mindset, okay? You go with the mindset. It's a new place, new investigation. Right?
Open-minded.
Keep that mindset, because you might one day you might run into the nasty ones that hang out there that you haven't ran into before, right?
Right.
Keep that in your mind. If it does happen, you're not going to be so surprised that you can't do anything. You'll go, okay, crap, and then you know what to do. But if you're going there thinking, oh, it's all peaceful, and all of a sudden a whole bunch of crap happens, it's going to be such a shock to you. You're going to stand there with your finger up your butt, you know, and then you're going to go, what the hell am I going to do?
Just to be honest, just be wary when you're in the paranormal. It's the most amazing career and the most amazing hobby for some of you to do, but just always know that nothing is ever in concrete when you're with the paranormal. You're never going to, like Pop's saying, going to go to one place and it's going to be the same every time. It just doesn't happen. There's been places I've gone to 7, 8, 9, 10 times, and it's been absolutely lovely, and then it's completely switched. It's just that moment and that time. Always be open-minded. Never go in there believing that it's haunted. Go in there with an open mind, because the more you think something's going to happen, you'll start hearing things. You'll start thinking things are going on, and you'll be open-minded.
The other thing is, another good tip for you, if you ever do run across, you know, a really negative spirit or a demon, use your secret weapon. Throw it at them, you know. All you got to do is reach behind you, put your hands down the back. Trust me, it'll be there. Grab a handful and whip it in their eyes and say, "You're slimed," and run. You see something like that, trust me, you'll have
Depends how much they're frightened you.
you know, you'll have a secret. And brown pants are important, okay? Always wear brown pants because shit happens. So wear brown
Take a
pants.
change of clothes. So, Uncle Danny, what is your words of wisdom that you can give to the people that's maybe losing hope? What do you think is the thing to keep them going right now?
Well, it depends on what the hope is. I mean, if you're enjoying yourself, you're having a good time, your channel should be about enjoying what you're doing. Your channel should be because you love doing it. Now, if you've got that in place, you're already above everyone else, right? So the numbers mean squat. I've been doing this 6 years. I've only got 1,300 people, and that's plenty for me. I've already considered my channel a success. So for me, you know, if my channel grows, so be it. If it stays where it is, I'm okay with that, because all I've ever wanted was to have like 100 views on my stuff, right? And know everybody that comes into my channel. The person, you know, being able to know who's there. You know, like I know Lynn, I know Sherry, I know Adobe, I know all these people, and I can connect with them. I can talk with them. And I'd rather have my channel the way it is now, to be honest, where I have this community, I have this group of people, right, that I can relate to and that I can be friends with, than having 10,000 people and I don't know anybody, and the chat's going mental and I'm not reading it all and I'm missing everything, and I do that now already, you know. So,
I don't think I'd like that either.
I mean,
I like to have a
it
personal
depends what
attachment.
your heart wants, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're in it and you're hoping to get rich or anything like that, well, probably you're not anyway, but you might. I mean, it just depends how the bones roll, right? You never know. But the main focus, I would tell anybody going into anything, not just a paranormal, but any YouTube thing, whatever it is you're doing, you gotta enjoy it. You gotta have fun with it. You gotta really like it, because otherwise you're gonna burn out, right? The numbers don't mean squat. Okay?
Numbers are nothing.
The only number that you need to, the only number that I was concerned with, and that anyone should be concerned with, if you're going to be concerned, get monetized, right?
Yeah.
Anything after that's gravy. Don't matter, right? And even like I've got a couple other channels, and they got like 16 people that are on that channel. I'm happy with that, right?
Yeah.
And
that's what you need for that purpose, that channel.
Yeah, like when I got to this, when I started this channel, when I got 10 people, I was good. I was happy. I got 50 people, that was good enough for me. I was happy to stay with 50 people, right? Because these people actually watched my stuff.
Yeah.
Right? You look at basically, if you get 10% of the people, like I got 1,300 people, right? So I need, if what society would call successful is 10% of your total amount of people watch, right? So if you got 1,000 people, you need 100 views, right? If you got 100 views, you're right in the 10% spot, because every single channel only gets 10%. right? If you got 100 people, you need 10 views.
Right.
Right? You got 900 people, 90 views. You know, it's that simple.
Yeah.
And just, you know, aim for your 10%. And if you don't get it, you don't get it. You know?
It's not the end of the world. It isn't.
No, it
Like,
doesn't matter.
you know, like if you're sitting in, you're thinking, oh my God, like that channel's really big and mine's really small. That means I'm not as important. In this community and in this side of the community where we're all together and we're a family, it doesn't matter what size number you've got in your channel. It's about your dedication to what you do. It's having that respect for each other, because as we all know, we've all got different abilities. We've all got different things that we do. We all work differently. Okay. The main thing is always to remember the respect for each other and each other's beliefs. Okay. Because we're all different. That's what makes us who we are today. Okay. So just be proud of who you are. It doesn't matter if you've got 10 subs. It doesn't matter if you've got 2,000. You are important. If you're told you're important and you feel it, you need to feel that more than anything, that you're important as well. Okay, because if you're going to sit there and constantly put yourself down, I've done it. If you're going to put yourself down, that brings your channel down, because people are going to see that you're down and you're upset, and they're like, oh, you know, she's a bit morbid at the minute, so they'll move off. You know what I mean? So be happy with what you get. And you know, and just always be truthful and be honest. You don't need to fake things. If something don't happen,
that's why I wanted NK Hauntings on
it's not
tonight.
meant to happen all the time.
It can
You know,
be done.
spirits will communicate with you when you want, okay, and when they feel like it. That doesn't mean that you give that up. You know, you carry on.
Don't forget the way that YouTube's been, okay? Over the last year and a half or so, a lot of people have left YouTube. Okay, a lot of people are gone because they don't like the politics of YouTube. Okay, and YouTube, this is not anything that this is my own thing. It has nothing to do with the owner of the channel. Okay, you can come after me if you want to, but anyway, the problem is so many changes all the time. Change this, change that, change this, change how many numbers you need to go live, change how many this, how many that. People got fed up, right? Yeah. So you might not have these people on your channel, but it's not that they don't want to see you. They're sick of YouTube, right? Yeah. And then we've had 2 years of this BS with the virus, right? People haven't been able to get out and do as much stuff. So, you know, the whole content of the entire right across the board of YouTube is down a lot because there's so many lockdowns and stuff like that too. On top of that,
so that's where I want to bear that all in mind.
And notifications as well. A lot of people are not getting notifications on YouTube, so a lot of people are not even aware you're on at the minute. So you kind of got to post yourself out. Realize it.
That's why I wanted to do this stream tonight, to bring back some hope to the people that's just maybe starting into the paranormal, even on just YouTube, is to show them with people like NK Hauntings, like Danny, you as well, Sherry, you're over 1,000 as well. It's just to keep the faith.
Yeah, it took me
what it's all about.
Yeah, it took me 4 or 5 years to get mine, right? To get 1,000, it took me 4 or 5 years.
I think it was 3 years to get to 1,000 for me. I've been on 6 years now, and I've literally coming into the 2,000s. And you know, like for me, I'm happy. Like pups, I'm happy with what I've got. If I even had just 50 subs, I'd be happy because my family are loyal. So
that's why I think it's important for us to all go back to the reason of why we started this journey in the first place. I mean, as you know, my journey was because my son-in-law died, was my real reason that I jumped straight in. It was because my son-in-law died. That kind of kept the connection there for me to keep wanting to learn more. Do you know what I mean? So I think as long as a lot of us remember what the message is that we started for, stay honest, stay looking up to people that we know is honest, and following like their type of way they do things. I mean, the way that NK Hauntings does things and puts a lot of things on for the followers, I want to say that. Yeah,
believe in yourself and don't give up. If you're going to be starting out, I'm going to be honest with you. When you start out on a channel, it's going to take a while. Okay, you're not just going to start a channel and it's going to go boom straight away. You do need to work. You do need to put your work in there. Okay, you've got very good channels. NK on are really cool. I got to know them through Drew. They are absolutely awesome. I do watch them. Okay, pups. You know, you've got Drew, there's lots of channels on here that could inspire you and help you to feel more who you are. And with us, you don't have to be somebody that knows everything. There are people here that can learn you and show you how to do things the right way and how to be safe. You know,
Well,
all as people individually, we are all different investigators. We all investigate differently. We're not the same. That it'd make it a boring place if we was all the same. Okay, so never be scared to ask for help as well. Don't feel ashamed if you don't know everything, because that's what we're here to do.
Like me, I've been working in this field, working in the field for 53 years. The reason I started my channel was because my son said, "Dad, you know, you're considered a paranormal investigator." And I said, "What now?" What the hell are you talking about, right? Because this is my day job. This isn't, you know, my channel is fun time for me. It's just basically I go out, I investigate, I have a good time, or I do whatever I want. My channel's kind of crazy. But anyway, it's just what I do to relax. Okay. My job is dealing with the pressures and the stuff that happens, you know, that is not good.
Yeah, because you've got to clear house.
It sounds funny. It sounds funny, but my stress reliever is going out on investigations because I know I don't have to worry about nothing. If something's bad there, it's not my problem. Right? I just go get my evidence and get the hell out of Dodge. Right? So for me, it's a lot of fun. You know,
Uncle Danny, what would you do if you went to one of these locations where you were just wanting to do a nice calm location and one of the big demons that you just evicted for somebody's house turned up? What would you do?
Well, actually, that happened once. Normally, that's all we do. We just go and investigate, right, and have a good time. But we went to this one place, that me and the team, and there was a Wendigo that was attached to the playground where kids play.
Right.
So basically, he made his mark in this 5-mile radius. Right. Right in the middle of that was a playground for children. Right. So, and we got some really good evidence. We actually got it rolling, and you seen it change shape. We got the evidence. We got it on film. Right.
Wow.
But then we finished our investigations. Okay, let's go home. Let's get the hell out of here, you know. By the time we got home, and we weren't going to do squat. I'm going to be honest. We were just going to say, oh, well, our investigation's done. We're done. We're dusted. We had fun. Let's go home. But by the time we got home, all of us kind of looked at each other and said, we can't leave that son of a bitch there, you know.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
So the next day, you know, we worked on everything that we needed to do in order to go back and banish it from the area, right? Sort of a thing. That's the only time that I think that's the only time. There might have been another time, but that's the only one I can remember where after the investigation, we got home and we talked about it, and you know, we can't have nasty crap like that hanging out where kids play, right? Just can't do it. You know, I can't let that slide. So that's the only time that we actually went back on an investigation to do work, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's what I do. If I don't deal with it, like when I'm doing the investigation, we didn't want to deal with it. We did, just because we didn't want to deal with it. Period. I'm going to be honest. Okay, we just didn't want to deal with it. Period. Well, it wasn't until we left there and we're almost home where we all started going, we can't leave this here, right? So then we took the proper times and the proper steps to prepare and get ready for doing whatever we had to do. And I think it was 3 days before we actually went back, right? But we had to do our prayers, we had to do our own self-cleansing, we had to make sure that we were ready to go back and do what you have to do, right? And things like that are easier to banish from an area than to get rid of. I mean, forget about it. I mean, it's 1 in a million shot to get rid of something like that, right? So that's, I mean, it boils down to you. I mean, if you happen to be somewhere and you see something that's really bad and you want to do something about it, get a hold of somebody who knows how to do it and just let them know it's there. You know, your only responsibility, you're not responsible to go back and get rid of it or do anything with it. But it is good to tell someone who can or who knows about these things, you know, just say, hey, look, this is what we found. if you want to look into it, feel free, and then that way you've covered your own bases, right? And you can sleep at night,
I think sometimes that people just they've got a big expectation when they go to these places that they're going to run into loads of spirits, they're going to run into a demon and maybe have to run in things, and that's just not the case with a lot of these places. A lot of these places, it's got to be that you work up a rapport with your spirits before they'll talk to you. You've got to keep going back time after time and answering the questions that you hear through the spirit box that they want you to answer. And it takes time to build up that rapport with spirits, I feel.
Not to mention the ones that may not even know the equipment that you're using. You've got spirits from different times. You're getting out EVPs now. They're going to wonder what the hell you're holding in your hand. Sometimes you do have to explain to them. Like, that's why I do the old and the new way, because they understand the old way. And then I'm like, well, what you use here, if you use it here, it does the same thing. Yeah. And, sometimes you do need to explain to them. It's all about different time periods. Yeah, they all come in different times. You know what I mean?
And if you're an investigator, okay, I'll guarantee you, sooner or later, you're going to run into a nasty human spirit that's going to be a real arsehole. Okay, you're going to run into it. Okay.
The more you do, the more chance that's got to be, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no avoiding it, and you've got 1 in 5,000 chances of running into a demonic. Okay, 1 in 5,000. So the odds aren't great that you're ever going to run into one, but there is a slim chance that someday, maybe in 5 years, 10 years, you might run into one. They're not as common as people like you to believe. Okay, mostly it's just really pissed off dudes or dudettes that didn't get a chance to clear their conscience, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Like 99% of the time,
that's what
it's just a really angry human being that you ran across, right?
Exactly. Right? If you're going to be an investigator, don't expect just good things to happen.
No,
sooner or later you are going to walk into just going to go out and investigate and see good spirits all the time. You're going to be very focused.
What were you trying to say, NK Hauntings? What were you trying to say, Jason?
No, I was just wanting to say as well to just try and not compare yourself to other channels. We did for a bit. We were kind of like, oh, why are they doing so well and we're not? We're putting out just as good content and stuff like that. And it's easy to get caught up in that. It really is.
It is.
But at the end of the day, if you're happy with what you're putting out, then that's all that matters.
Yeah, a lot of people do get caught up into that, but the only cure for that is be proud of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Be
proud and be you. Don't try to be anyone else. You're not on YouTube to be anyone else. You're on YouTube to be you and be.
Yeah, and you know what? You never know. Like YouTube, your channel will work in spurts. There's going to be times where you're going to get 200-300 at a time, and you're going like, where all these people come from, right? And then you won't get nothing for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Not even one person get nothing for a couple of months. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
Right. But as long as you're happy doing what you're doing, you're enjoying your channel, that's the main thing, right? And be proud of what you're doing. Success will win.
Is that my phone? I think as long as we all try and stay focused on the fact that we want to prove that spirit exists. We want to, well, me personally, I want to be able to prove spirit exists. I want to build up a rapport with the spirits that's around me and in the different locations I go to. Plus, I want to help other YouTubers that struggle with their confidence, as in Brother Woody. I don't know if he's coming up or not. It's getting late. But to try and help them, because I was really, really shy when I started and I couldn't do lives and things. But I think if we all is like the people that know our mind, like Sherry knows her mind, I know my mind, NK Hauntings has already got established and know the direction they want to go. You as well, Uncle Danny, you're a great help to us all. I think as long as we all is the people that go live the most, keep trying to focus this message out there to people and help them when they're struggling, to see that there's people out there you can aspire to. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
no, take part in all the channels that's faking things and doing the drama and things. That's why I especially wanted NK Hauntings up tonight. And as I said, Haunted Finders was going to come as well, but they're filming. So I wanted these people that I already look up to and use well, like Sherry and Uncle Danny. I don't know Michelle. I wanted you to come up and spread a bit about what you do, and me show you what I respect in you, so that we as a family can share that as to other people. Do you know what I mean?
That is what this community is about. It is about like the spirits and educating you, but it's also about inspiring you guys, making you guys feel confident, making you guys feel good in yourselves as well, bringing you over those fears. You know, I don't think there's a lot of community on here that's like that will actually have their fans back, their families back, and make sure that they're okay as well. And I think that's why we do strive so well and we get on so well, because we are legit and we care about the people that follow us and we care about our newcomers. We do care about that. And, you know, we just want you guys to know that, you know, you're not on your own. And if you are new and you're thinking, well, I'm on my own, I don't know what to do, don't ever be scared about reaching out to any of us on this panel and in this room. We will happily talk to you.
And thrive.
You took us on just like that. You know, we were just two people from Ireland, you know, just, you know, and you were like, yeah, come on our show and do an interview, and you know, you were just so welcoming, and I think that's the most important thing. I think there can be
it's because I see things in people.
Yeah.
See, when I'm watching all you, especially when you first started to come out, I mean, Dave, I found you through Dave Explores, and I can see teams and I can see the potential in them when I watched them a couple of times, and I knew that you were new, but I knew you had the right focus behind what you were trying to do, because you were trying to prove that spirits existed to yourselves first.
Yeah.
You know? And that came out in the way you investigated.
That's why they're such a good channel, though.
Yeah.
They did start from the beginning, and they went into this like, they believed in it, but they went into it with the not knowing properly. You know what I mean? They wanted to learn and to get better, and that's why I like NK Hauntings as well, because you've seen them grow over the year and a half that they've been on as well. Like, they've become really, really professional, and they're really, really lovely people and really good at what they do. And you know, that's what you need to be like. You go in there with your mind open, and as time goes on, you'll learn more, you'll experience more, and you'll become more knowledgeable. And it does help having good people around you as well. So
I think going off what you said, Jerry, earlier about the work, putting in the work. I don't think people realize how much work goes into having a YouTube channel, and that's not.
It's a lot of work.
That's, you know, equipment, making sure equipment's charged. Traveling to a place, spending, you know, you can't just go in and spend 15 minutes in a place. You know, people go in and spend hours in a place, then, you know, going through hours of footage, all the editing, and
all of it.
And people don't realize
you have so much.
Yeah, people don't realize that I actually have a full-time job as well, as, you know, this YouTube.
And when you first start out as well, don't you find, like, when you first start out, when people are starting to come over you do so many shows. Like, I was doing 48-hour shows, 58-hour shows, like literally 3 or 4 days in a row, just not stopping. Just continuously going. And you've got to learn to slow that down, because it can burn you out.
Yeah.
Well,
you gotta remember, like, time, you know what I mean? I went full head in. But
what people don't realize is a 4-hour investigation. Okay, so if I go on a 4-hour investigation, I got 2 big cameras, 4 Pro Goes, I got my tapes, I got my, you know, like, I got all this equipment. Now, each piece of equipment, I gotta watch 4 hours of every piece of equipment, because it might have caught on this one, but not on that one. Right?
Yeah.
So for a 4-hour investigation, I'm doing 24 to 28 hours of going over my own evidence, right? And you know what? You know how many times I do that, and there's like 1 EVP. That's it.
Yeah.
Or there's nothing. That's it. That's okay. There's still highlights of me laughing or whatever, or I might have my Raptor box on and get a couple comedy with the spirits or whatever. I'll put that on anyway. Because
But that makes it fun.
it just proves you can't always get and you can.
Yeah.
I'll give it
I'm
right.
like you, Pops.
You know,
I
you're not
upload
always gonna
everything,
get
every
stuff,
evidence
you
I
know?
get.
And if you do get stuff, if you do get stuff, celebrate it. Me, like I said, 54, almost 54 years in the business, not paranormal investigating. Okay.
No,
6 years in the investigation part because someone finally told me, hey, you're a paranormal investigator. I didn't know what the hell they were talking about, right? That was my kid. That's why we did this, right? But even today, if I get an EVP that says hi or hi, Danny, I'm over the moon. I'm excited.
I know.
I still get the shivers. I still get excited. I still go, holy shit, and all that. Because, when you think about how amazing is it that something from the other side of the veil has reached out to you to give you evidence, right? No matter what that is, even knocking on the wall or footfalls across the floor, right? How friggin' awesome is that, right?
I know.
So to me,
I know.
even that still blows my mind every single time,
Yeah.
But it's because I love it. I love the spirits. I love the paranormal. I love what I do. So any little thing gets me excited. I'm happy about it, right?
Same.
Like
the first day.
I'd like to introduce my next guest, guys. This is Lex. If that's okay, I want to introduce Lex.
Hi, Lex.
Hi, Lex.
Hello, everyone.
Lex is one of the people that I met through Parachills, and it was probably about a year and a half now, I would assume.
I'm sorry that your kid fell. Lex, I'm sorry that the kid fell on the wood chipper.
It does know. I think you've got your buddy with you tonight again, Chucky.
Always. Oh, it's Halloween. It's the only time I'm allowed to have him out of the room.
The reason I wanted Lex up tonight, guys, is right. This is a bit of a warning to the people that is thinking about no use guys on screen, right? But people that maybe see this later that is tempted to fake things, right? Lex is one of the best debunkers I have ever known on YouTube. Honestly, see that the amount of videos that I've thought's been real, and Lex has had a look at them and he showed that he's pointed out every single fake bit about it. So the reason I wanted Lex up was to tell you all a wee bit about how easy it is to fake things these days and be caught. Am I right, Lex?
Oh, it's stupidly easy. That's why everyone's doing it.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Okay, guys, just remember, any little evidence you get is big evidence, right? Never forget, if you get an EVP or you get anything at all, okay, that's what counts.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is people do it for so long and then they want more, right?
Yeah.
And they need more, and it's like what? But you know what? If you don't get it, it's not an adrenaline rush. It's not something that you're going to feel good about. It's not something that you can be proud of. It's not worth it. Simple as, right?
What I can give you a good example of that
enjoy
as well.
You enjoy what you're doing and be proud of your stuff, and you'll never have trouble. Never have any problems.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Lex is one of the best.
I can give you a non-YouTube example of what Danny just said, of stuff that you used to be proud of and then faking it to then not be proud of it anymore. As if you look at Ghost Adventures, if you watch it from the very beginning, the intention at the very beginning, probably not saying it's real, but the intention of Zach Bagans at the beginning of that to probably seasons 5, 6, 7, maybe.
I was going to say 5, season 5. Yeah.
5, yeah, probably 5, right? So you watch up 1 to 5, you can see the intention's really good and really real, and it was a really good show. Real or not, it was just a good show to watch. Right. Everything he's done since then, where it's so over dramatic, and I don't watch it anymore. I think I watched up to season 8. And then I was like, "Yeah, I'm done with this dude. I can't."
Yeah, what happened? And it's true. What you're saying is right. In season 6, producer rights moved.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right.
So the company or the channel that was playing them got more say in what happens.
I don't think it's just that; it's him as well.
No, well, yeah, but
if
I
you
think he got a
if
bit
you
of
look
that.
at the thing,
added to that, what I'm saying is, yeah, he got to the point where he wanted more, like you say, like I say, you know.
Yeah.
Like we agree on that.
Especially
But
look at him now.
top of that,
And he's vain. He's
on
vain.
top of that, pressure, right?
It's not vanity, it's self-awareness. He's self-aware of the brand that he created, and he knows he has to up the ante every time.
Right, exactly.
He has to now because he's selling a TV show. He's not doing what we're doing and trying to collect evidence. He's trying to sell evidence.
Do you think he'll ever recover for that, though? Do you think,
No.
as somebody that people did look up to, do you think he could ever recover for that?
No, because shit sticks.
No, the way I look at it is and I don't care if you're famous or if you've got one viewer, it doesn't matter to me, okay? Everybody's entitled to one screw up, one major screw up, right? And then if they do whatever they do to try to fix it, then I give them credit until I catch them doing something that they shouldn't be doing. If I catch them, I'm not shy to tell them, you know that. If I think they're good, I say they're good. But, you know, I mean, there's been, in the times that I've been doing this, there's been 4 or 5 different people who are very good investigators now, okay? Really good, and people respect them, and they should. But a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, when they started, after the 3rd or 4th show, simple pressure of trying to be somebody, right? They screw up. They screw up, right? Well, if you nip it in the ass, right? And this is what I've told 5, 6, I don't know how many people, you guys know. I don't know how many different groups I tried. I tried to help if I can.
Yeah,
Restart, you know, starts from scratch, you know, rebuild who you are with truth, right?
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10 times, well, maybe 8 out of 10 times, they do. You know, there were a couple groups that just kept doing the crap they did, and I don't have anything to do with them. You know, I'm not going to say who they are or anything, but.
And another one that I don't like is, like Lex said, he said about Ghost Adventures. The other one is the UK lot. I don't watch them anymore. Most Haunted, right? There was that situation where they were doing the filming, and you know, supposedly a spirit's legs were seen going up the stairs, but it was actually one of the guys going up the stairs. And you know, there's been a few things they've done that I don't agree with either.
You know, I've watched the entire series 4 or 5, 6, 7 times. I love those guys. They crack me up so much.
I watch them just
I'm not watching them.
After all these years, she still screams.
I'm not watching them because I think that they're fantastic investigators. I'm watching them because I get a hell of a good laugh out of watching them. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think that's a lot of people's why they watch them nowadays. And I think they had that much respect to begin with, and see the more that people have started doing investigations and things themselves, they're starting to see that just the overall, like, it's got to be for this, like the demon word's got to be mentioned, or it's no going to be an episode, you know.
Biggest
that
annoying
type of
thing
thing.
on YouTube.
I gotta go. My dad's here, so I'll talk at you all later.
Okay, Uncle
Bye,
Dan.
Danny.
Thank you for coming.
Blessings.
Thank you.
Blessings and love. And remember,
love
okay?
You. Catch you soon.
Remember,
okay, love you too.
Please.
So, just quickly, there was a question for me in the chat from Lynn. Is it Lynn? If I'm looking down, it's because I've got the note. I've got the chat here. So, where's it say? Where is it? Have I ever heard of digital cameras doing double exposures? The answer is yes.
Problem. Don't mind me. I'll be right back, guys.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get double exposure on digital cameras. In fact, you can set it up as a setting and get multiple exposure, and it does it for you. So that's just to answer your question in the chat there.
Yeah,
it can be done.
Lex, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions, right? See how there's a lot of people out there, and we'll not mention names or anything, but there is like big teams, especially UK teams, that go there and they are faking a lot of things, and they're getting the subscribers and things, right? But do you not think that once a lot of us upcoming investigators that's doing things the right way, Do you not think that once we get to maybe like a wee bit more followers and things, and they'll see that we do things the right way, would you think that these teams that's faking things and things like that will start to lose their credibility, if you like? Or do you
They'll
think
definitely
people just
lose.
think that?
They'd lose credibility, but they wouldn't lose much else. You have to think of it also like YouTube is an entertainment platform. This is one of my biggest gripes that people use when they argue with me about faking stuff.
Yeah.
As entertainers and business people, some of them are very, very clever. The most clever of them come from Florida. They've made so much money off of faking this kind of stuff. So the integrity is already lost because everyone is already in the know. Everyone knows it's fake. So the issue with it is I don't think we can ever topple them from a legit experience trying to overtake the fake ones. Will never ever happen.
Right.
Because
No, I don't
too
think
little
so.
happens in real life. So, I mean, this is why YouTube's a bit of a dead platform sometimes, because we're
Yeah.
competing against people that are buying the content, which is really hard. We're
know.
never going to be able to. We're not going to be able to beat demons chasing someone out of a building because we caught two EVPs and a toy moving by itself in one video in a 10-second clip that we did on an 8-hour investigation. It's never going to happen.
Why do you think they do it, though? Do you think they do it for quick fame, quick views? I mean, why do they go to the... They could easily do things the proper way, like we all do it, and put the work in. Why do you think they go for this quick, easy option?
Because
Fame?
I wouldn't say fame. Money, definitely. A certain amount of trying to gain some self-worth from other people, and they want to be known as they want to be the big cheeses. They want to be the best people on the platform, which when you're competing with the likes of PewDiePie, Ninja, KSI, those kind of Logan Paul, those kind of numbers on YouTube, even the fake ones are nowhere near their numbers, but they're higher up enough that everyone knows who they are. I think there's two major ones that I'm not going to say names.
No,
but I mean, you've seen my videos of me slating both of them, so and publicly on Twitter because I'm not afraid of them. But this is
there
like
anything you think that you could say to stop them? Is there anything as us as like trying to be influential, especially yourself, Alex, because you're part of a company that's trying to stop all that? Do you think there's anything we could say as creators to help them stop doing it?
Not to stop them, but what we can do is inspire future creators to do it the right way, to try and do it legitly and have fun doing it. Like, there's nothing more fun for me. I've done investigations where nothing's happened, and my favorite thing is how scared I am of going into these places, that adrenaline rush of being in there. Even if nothing happens, I know I've had a lot of fun because I've got to walk around this ancient building and I
be
can
spooked out.
Yeah,
and it still makes an entertaining video because the viewers are enjoying watching you be scared. Like
that's why we're like, yes, because she's walking around terrified.
That's my best thing is in an ideal situation, I would love for our videos and our personalities and our point of view to get to the top of the ladder, the big cheese ones, and they can look at it and be like, oh, they're having fun without faking it. I wish we could do that. Okay, let's stop doing it. Ideally, that would be amazing, but it won't happen. So the best thing to do is to inspire anyone who is not just wanting to create these kind of videos and do it like us, but also the people that just go on YouTube to watch them. We have to inspire them to want to watch the people doing it properly.
I think it will change. I think it's going to be very slow and very gradual. But just going on, we read a lot of comments on a lot of other people's videos. And I think a lot of people are starting to catch on to some of the stuff being faked. And I think the more skeptical people get, then, the more they're going to believe the likes of us who are out doing it right. Do you get me? Which is why, a lot of our fans say that that's why they enjoy us, because they know with us that they're getting legit. legit.
Yeah,
Definitely,
I get
especially
that.
when you've watched for the beginning and you can see the terror in your faces. You're getting a wee bit more used to it now, but at the beginning, it solidified it for a lot of years because you could see how terrified you were, you know. So
I think
that's
for
what
us
made
as
your
well,
following so quick, I think.
I
we
think the
as well,
skeptics are what make your channel.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
they do.
Aye.
They do.
What
If you
fate
think
take
about it, they
out
come
you?
in, they question, they make you want to show them more. Like you try to get the evidence out there. You show them when it's happening, when it's not happening. You know, and when it's the best feeling when people that don't believe actually come over and go, well, because of evidence I've seen from other channels or other people,
Yeah.
they've become believers. It's the best thing ever. Like we do it for all of
Yeah,
you
definitely.
guys, but skeptic
On a
people
few
are.
channels that we featured on, we had a few people commenting on the video that we featured on saying, oh no, those guys are fake and all this has to be fake. And Kim actually engaged in conversation with them and just said, well, no, actually, if you look at our channel and if you do, go over and look at all our stuff, you'll see we're actually quite legit. And then the people have gone over, watched our stuff and gone, oh no, you actually are really pretty legit, and
The best way to tell someone's legit is just look at their numbers. Just straight away, if someone's had a channel for 5 months and they're on 10,000 subscribers, then there's something dodgy going on there with what they're filming.
Yeah. I heard for one of the big debunking channels, I think they actually cover their face in America.
This has really pissed me off. I know who you're talking about. It's really pissed me
Do
off
you know what
today.
I'm talking about?
It's not the one that covered his face. It's the other one. The one he doesn't show himself on camera. Got taken down today.
Right. What's that?
That was
I mean,
that was
we
that was
need
Rick
people
Debunks.
like that. Yeah.
Well,
We need
because
people like that.
he's got a second channel out now. It's fine. He's using his backup channel, but it was a mod for Twin. Is she a mod for Twin Paranormal that announced it on Twitter? I don't know. Someone put it on Twitter today, and I went to have a look myself. And as much as I don't agree with how them to with the shape as well, because I'm subscribed to both of them.
Yeah.
I don't as much. I don't agree sometimes with their videos. You can't deny when they're showing you the pull string in a video, and it's obviously the channels they're going after are reporting them for it.
Yeah.
Right. Try to get it.
Yeah, and it does bother them when you call them out.
Like that. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that watch these channels that have no clue that they're faking things. So you need channels like that to make.
I'll tell you how bad I am. I
realize...
thought Mindseed was real until I watched a shape video.
Yeah.
So did I.
Yes,
and I was like, "Are
you?"
They were my biggest inspiration when I started last year, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I was disappointed.
So now I hate them.
See the
obviously.
one where he get dragged across the floor. He was at the top of a staircase and he get dragged.
Yeah, but even that can happen.
Oh wow!
The one I saw was when he's reacting to the jail cells, and he shouts for one of the other guys, and then they do a replay, and when he shouts for one of the guys, he's shouting for someone else. So it's been filmed twice.
Yeah,
and I was like, well, that's my favorite YouTube channel gone. I'm not watching them anymore.
And I honestly, I was the same as you, Lex. I did believe they were totally honest. I think it was because they did like the wee interviews after it and explained how they felt and things. I thought they're really real. And then, there you go.
Nope, fake as hell.
Everybody's fake.
This is where I have my issue with Mindseed being one of them. This is why I got really angry at them. People like them and the majority of the Florida crew, they have this thing where they charge for to see the whole content, or they make you buy loads of stuff, like or they try and sell you tickets to a fake haunted museum, and all this stuff, right? And when you're now haunted museums genuinely attraction ones are fake. That's fine, no issue with that, right? But my issue is where does the line between entertainer making profit or ripping people off and committing a felony or theft, where's that line drawn here? Because some of this stuff is outright stealing. Like if you want to like selling your merch as a fake channel, perfectly fine to do it. You're selling your merch for your shows, people know that you're selling yourself, that's fine. But there are people buying. I don't know how much these tickets for this haunted house are. I'm assuming
probably a lot, I would imagine.
But knowing the dude that's running it, and obviously I called him out the other day and the other month and upset him.
I'll tell you off.
He knows who I am. That's quite fun.
Good. Right.
But yeah, so how much is he charging for these tickets for him to? And he's not announcing that it's a fake one or it's not a normal one. He's bought this haunted place, and he's not changed anything. And he went away for a month, and when he came back, everything was trashed. I mean, it's a load of bull, but he's charging. But he's going to be charging I'm going to guess because I don't know. $60 a ticket minimum.
Right.
There's
Fuck's sake,
$30 to $60. Knowing him, probably 60.
And I
So
think he got a full house last week.
yeah, how much money
Yeah.
is this dude making?
know.
And it's not off. It's theft. It's borderline stealing
Is
when
that
you're making
his
money off of
family
lying.
home? So is he traipsing a lot of strangers through his family home right now?
Well, I have no idea.
I
I
mean,
have
that's
no
what
idea.
it kind of looks like, isn't it? As if he's moved into this big mansion and he's getting like hundreds of people to walk through it every weekend to talk to the spirits.
Dying to know who it is.
I know.
I just don't understand how people how they're making so much money. Like, look at the
I know.
look at the who came out I can't pronounce GUGUE
Yeah.
UGUE. When they came out, I was on that live chat because I'd obviously mentioned them before in a video, and I was like,
Right.
"Oh, this is cool, man. Let's see what they say." And as far as videos go, to come out and say, "Yeah, I was lying to all of you," it was a pretty good way of. They explained it really well. Props to them for coming out and saying what they did. But because I was doing a video on the topic on my second channel Through the Lens, I had to look at the numbers for this. So I had recorded their sub count before the announcement, sub count after the announcement, and tried to split the comment section between positive and negatives as best I could. And realistically, if all of the fake ones came out and admitted it was a load of shit, they'd only lose about 20%.
Right.
So why don't they just do it? Just tell people you're
I know.
faking it. And then
I
that's
know.
it. You've done
I
it.
know.
Admit it. Keep doing what you're doing because it's fine because you've told people that it's not real.
Yeah.
And then you're gravy.
Yeah.
But
So I kind of agree with that. See if the entertainment channels that want to do ghost hunting as such, if they just keep that to their own wee lane, say that it's fake, it's only for entertainment purposes, then that's fine.
you don't even
But
have to
I
put it on the
don't
video.
like it
Just
when
put it
they
in your
put-
channel
they pair
description.
theirself- Yeah, I don't like it when they pair themselves up with other people that they know take the paranormal investigating serious, and then they do a video together, and then you don't know whether to trust that person after they've did the video with that person because they fake things. Do you know where I'm coming from without mentioning names? Like if one
Yeah.
person you trust goes with some person you don't trust, how can you trust that person ever again? You know?
Yeah.
I would 100% feel that way. Like, I would expect everyone to do that. Let's say I did a video with one of these people. I would 100% expect everyone who watches me to now question my credibility going forward.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know some people will do it as a stepping stone. They're like, okay, I want to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. The best way to do that is to do a link up with one of these guys. And I get it from a standpoint of trying to boost your numbers, but it's not worth losing your credibility over.
Yeah.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Well, guys, we've only got about 8 minutes left, so I'll do my Cheerios and things. NK Hawtons, I know you are working in the morning, ladies and gents. So is there any you would like to say that's maybe a bit of inspiration for the viewers that's watching back?
Just stick with it and
Enjoy it.
have fun with what you're doing and forget about the numbers because that's when the numbers will come, is when people can see that you're enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah.
And as always, ladies, thank you for coming. Okay,
been
and
awesome having
gents,
you
and
up.
I'm so
Thank you for having
I'm
us.
so sorry that you had to stay to this long. I know you've got work in the morning and things.
I think they were
But I just
enjoying
want
it.
to tell you before
Oh,
you
yeah,
go
yeah,
that these are
yeah.
actually, you will always be one of the groups that I look up to as you grow and grow and grow because I genuinely know in my heart because I've been there from the beginning how honest you are, you know, and I will always trust everything you do and I'll always be a cheerleader for you. So
Yeah.
Oh,
thank you.
you.
Thank you,
Thanks so
Drew.
much.
You're
Yeah.
so nice.
no bother. Okay, guys, I'll let you drop down and go do what you have to do and to get up in the
Yes.
morning and
Nice
things.
to
And I will
meet you,
speak to you
lads.
soon.
Bye.
And it was nice
Yes,
meeting you,
thank you, sir.
Catherine.
Nice
Bye.
to meet
Nice
you.
to see you.
Right,
Bye.
bye, ladies. Goodbye. Okay, well, we get Michelle up. There we go. Shell's friend, Sherry's up. So, Lex, you as well, is there anything you would like to say to everybody that just to keep everything faking it? Just keep honest and things?
I wouldn't say anything to them. It's a lost cause for them, but to everyone else who wants to start making videos, everyone else, if you want to start making videos, make them legit, because we're going to enjoy them regardless of if there's evidence or not, because it is you who makes your channel. It is not what you get. If you have we've all got different personalities, and that's the best thing about being a YouTuber, is we all learn about it. We get to see what we're all like, and it's cool. I'm a weird person. I play with dolls. This is what I do, in my spare time. In my spare time, this is what I do. But in my videos, I have a good time doing them, and people can see that I enjoy making my videos, and I'm not doing it by faking stuff. So if you guys want to make videos and have fun doing it, you don't have to fake it to do it, and you have to make the videos for you. Yeah. I mean, YouTube is a platform for sharing. I know that. It seems a bit weird to say don't make it for those people. Don't make it for your subscribers. Do it for yourself. Because that's what the point is. If you start doing it to please everyone else that subscribes to you, you're never going to get anywhere. Because there's always someone who's not going to like what you do. There's always going to be a subscriber who doesn't like a particular video. I've got a fair few. That's how it is. But if you want to make something that you're proud of and you enjoy it, and it's for you, put it on YouTube. Because the happier you are in your own project, the better that video is going to do. People pick up on that kind of stuff. Just enjoy it. Enjoy YouTube. Don't worry about numbers. Don't strive for the money aspect of it. If that's why you're joining, it's not worth it. Trust me. But do it because it's fun and you get to meet great people. All my friends I've met over the last year is because I've been on YouTube for a year. Last week it was. So
and you will meet people like Lex that can debunk a video in 2 minutes flat. You're the best debunker I've ever met. Honestly,
talking of which, I found a new one for you. I found another way you can fake something, which I don't think many people know. You know the K2 meters? I can tell you how to fake a K2 meter.
Right. I don't want to know, but I dare say there is.
I'll tell you anyway, so you can watch the video. You have to. I'll tell you just in case you see it on videos. So there's two types of K2s. You got the orange one, with the orange tip, and you've got the black, and you got the black or grey ones, the standard ones.
Right.
You can fake both. So the orange one, there's a little wheel on the side for sensitivity. If you turn it all the way, that's why if anyone holds it like this, chances are they're holding over the little dial and they're playing with the dial. And to do the black one, which I thought was unfakeable until I caught someone doing it, if you have a two-way radio and you press the button, it spikes your K2 meter up. And you don't have to have it on you. Someone can do it up to 10 feet away and it'll still set it off. So people who are always getting reds on their things all the time, just question if they've got someone there pressing a. I mean, don't accuse people, but that is one way it's done. So
but just
it can be done.
I get you. Thank you, Lex, for popping up with us, buddy. I'll always value your opinion. Okay, I'll let you drop down and I will speak to the ladies. Thank you, Lex.
No worries. Take care. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Okay, Michelle, sorry you were last to speak to Mrs. I just had invited all the ones up first.
So sorry about that. My pharmacy was giving me a hard time for nonsense.
Internet bad.
It's like sometimes harder to even talk to the pharmacy instead of the doctor. They had me on hold for like 10 hours. Because you know what?
There's certain places in my small town that we go and try and phone people or connect to the internet and things, and it just won't work. So I get that. I don't know much about you, so I'm going to let Sherry talk to you.
Well, Michelle is she doesn't like go live on YouTube or anything. She's more of just a supporter. She comes in and supports my room and supports Danny and people like that. She's more of a supporter, a fan member. But
the moderator, right, Sherry?
I helped Michelle personally through some difficult times. It's another thing I do as well. I help people to get through difficult times and things like that. So that's how I got to know Michelle through my channel, and anywhere I go, Michelle follows because she's like my number one fan.
I love her. I love my sister.
Yes,
I think
you
that's
are.
important as well. I mean, I've got Dobie. Dobie's not a YouTuber, but she also follows us around to different streams and things we've got.
Yeah.
And I like
We've
to have a
got
wee
you.
bit of support in the chat as well, and know that one of my friends and things are there. I mean, I've got a couple of
I
friends.
think it
in
helps
there
when you've
as
got you
well,
guys
and
in
it
there that
helps.
don't do the streaming. It
Yeah.
does help.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a subject like tonight where we're trying to stop people from faking things and stay positive and things. I think you like a couple of friends in the room so that if trolls came in and start being like, oh, who do you think you are? Then your friends are there to back you up to say, look, this person's totally the opposite of what you think they are. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I
Yeah.
appreciate you coming up, Michelle.
I love my sister.
Love you, sis.
Yeah.
I love you
But you
too.
can come up with us anytime. And
Really?
you too,
Awesome.
sister. Yeah, it was amazing. I think tonight went really well. I'm up disappointed Brother Woody didn't come in, but I think he's not built up the confidence.
And
Yeah, I
Drew,
think he
what
just
kind of
needs a
people
little
be
bit
a
of
mod?
guidance and help
Yeah,
and stuff.
I think
Well, I
we'll
think
go.
he'd be really good at it. He's just got to
Yeah.
find that
Aren't
positivity.
I good? I
to
kicked
do
her
it.
ass, right, sis, Sherry? I kicked
Say
her
that
butt.
again, sis?
I'm a good moderator, right, sis? I
Yes, you
kicked her
are.
butt.
Yeah, yeah. You can moderate in my channel too, then, if you like, Michelle. I just wanted that.
I need a new family. I need to go belong. I know my sweet sis Sherry's got my back, but I like to have a few other friends, you know.
I just wanted to do a stream tonight where people that was out
No,
there
let's have
struggling
her back.
show them that there is people that's honest out there, and we do stick by yous, even though if maybe yous do something wrong. Admit to your mistakes, and we'll always stick by yous. And
Exactly.
we've
It
got
takes a
people
big
to
person to
show you.
admit.
Yeah,
It
I mean
takes a
NK
big person
Hottons
to
and
admit.
things. They've kind of made it. They know the path that they need to take for to keep on the honest path. So that's why I wanted to show you a couple of people that is making it, and they are sticking to being positive, and they are sticking to being everything honest. So take away anybody that watches this video back, even try your hardest to take the message of why this stream was done tonight, okay? And I think you'll all kind of see a different outlook.
Just stay real, stay positive, stay true, and never
Yeah.
be scared to ask
Excuse
for help. And just be yourselves.
Yep.
And
That's
stay
it. Be
spooky, right,
yourselves.
sis? Stay spooky. I love when you say that. And stay
Yeah, stay
spooky.
together. Like, look for the right people as well. You know, there's a lot of people on here. Just go into different channels, learn about them.
Yeah.
You'll get used to knowing which ones. You know, the ones with drama and that I'd stay away
No,
from.
can't handle that.
Kristen
I
is
know
You know
it
what I mean?
kills me inside.
I
Just
didn't
look
even
out
Thank you,
for it.
think about
sister.
getting Christine up. We could have got Christine up earlier as well, but we're just finishing. We'll do it. What we'll do
They
is
made
one
me
night,
sick.
guys, if you want, we'll do a stream where it'll be like me, Sherry, maybe even Christine for Mystery Seekers, and Michelle if she wants to come up.
Yeah, she's my
And then
sister. Yeah.
Sherry's opinion as well.
Mhm.
She's
Yeah,
for the
we
crime
are.
community, but she does do pendulum and things. So I'd even maybe let Sherry's opinion come up as well and share her journey in Misty Mountain. I'm going to try and do Mary these inspirational
Hello, Shrimp.
lives. Okay? Shrimp as well. Hi, Shrimp. So we'll
Yeah,
start
no,
doing some
I think
more
we do. That's what I
inspirational
said.
stuff.
Me and you need to do a lot more shows together, sis, because a lot of people do listen
That's
to us, and
right.
they seem to get driven when we bring up
Yeah.
certain people, especially like pups and everybody else. You know.
Yeah. There's a couple of messages out there that people just aren't getting to grips with. And I think they need to get to the grips of why we do this as paranormal investigators. There's a higher purpose to it. It isn't just so we can speak to ghosts. It's so we can connect to spirit, as in
Hello, Boomer.
spirit, as in, you know, it's a higher meaning. It's not just so you can go
Yeah,
drop
yeah, it is. You know, like you communicate with spirit. You try to get evidence, or you don't get evidence, but it is about your love, and you know, for some people like myself, like Drew, it's a more deeper. Like obviously, like for me, I've had experiences and I've had abilities since I was
We're
young,
not
but
going
I've
just
lost
yet,
people that
guys. A couple of
I've
minutes.
lost people that I love very much, and that's one of the reasons why I do what I do as well. You know, because
Yeah.
I think it is important to keep both worlds communicated and connected.
Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah.
it's not just about the investigations with me. It is about you know
Friendship,
finding that place of understanding and feeling at peace, knowing that my loved ones are okay as well. And like so, it's a lot of reasons why I do it.
I actually seen an argument with a couple of YouTubers, and I'll not mention names, but I seen an argument with a couple of YouTubers quite new to the field, and they were arguing because they've been doing a lot of like panels together. So one person's taking offence to no getting the link to the panel, another person's taking offence because they did a panel and somebody didn't show up. Guys, that's not what it's all about. Please stop thinking that you need to have be on every single person's panel to make it big, or you think they're doing something behind your back and things like that. It's a part of what we all do. We all get people up on panel that we think can add a message that day. We get maybe don't get that person up the next day because the person we're getting up the next day maybe's got a different message they need to share. Please stop taking the huff with each other if you are no always on every live that somebody does.
Exactly,
Okay?
and don't get funny with people when they can't join you up on your channel either, because sometimes
Yeah.
people have got real life events going on and things going on. You've got to understand in this sort of community as well that you're not always going to have people available when they say they're going to, and you've got to be understanding that as well. Way as well. It doesn't mean they're letting you down. It just means that they're a human being and they've got things they have to do as well. So just be yourselves and just enjoy your channel for yourselves, guys. Don't you look like, don't get me wrong, it's good to have people come up and join you, but don't be disheartened when they don't, or when some subject changes. Like Drew said, that is part of YouTube. Nothing is ever in concrete. Things can change last minute.
I mean, some people will drop off YouTube for a couple of months and then they'll come back and things, but don't question them about that. I mean, for all you know, they could have went through a mental breakdown or something. Just welcome them back and don't say, well, you've been missing for 3 months, I'm not speaking to you, or whatever,
It's not worth it.
Everybody's a journey.
I've got friends, I've got people that I don't see for months and months, and they'll suddenly pop in, they're still blue and everything, because at the end of the day, I do understand that they've got things to do, or they're not well, or there's something that's happened, you just get on with it.
Woody did turn up, sis, he just can't get his mic and things on. Well, Woody, honestly, we'll be live again in a couple of days, and you're welcome to come up with us, buddy, because I really do want to help you. Sherry and I want to help you, okay?
Yeah, we'll get you into it, Woody. We'll help you sort that out. And it's the same with me and Sister Drew. Like, sometimes we venture off. We were ventured off for months and months while we were part of different companies. You know what I mean? So, but we never stop talking. We never stop being friends. You don't. You know what I mean? Like, just because you don't see someone for months and months doesn't mean that person does not care or doesn't want to be there.
Somebody's journey's gone that way, and somebody's journey's gone that way. But if you love each other and you've got a common goal, you'll always meet back up in the middle.
Exactly. Always.
Is there anything you want to say, Sister Sherry, before I end
Just be real, be true, keep being honest, shout out for help when you need it. If you're a newcomer coming over to our field or to any sort of field, just always remember to just be yourselves, and don't be scared to ask for help and things, and just know that you do have support here, and we're not here to bring anybody down. We're not here to put anything down on anyone. We're just trying to give you that opinion that we all matter. And don't give up. So don't give up, guys, and keep fighting. You can get through it. I'm still here, and I've been through a lot. So just keep being you, and we love you lots, and love and light, and bless be.
And my message for you tonight, guys, as I always say, is I'm here for yous. I'm here for today your tarot cards when you are struggling. I'm here to talk to spirit when you are missing your loved ones.
Yep, same.
I'm not a channel that wants to grow up to 20,000, 30,000 subs. I want to stay at an even level where I can keep communicating with my people that come into my room, and be like NK Hauntings, where they put on events for the people that show loyalty and keep coming and things. I mean, they ladies and gents are brilliant. You need to start watching them and show and see what they do for their subscribers and things. It's amazing. We should all thrive to do that, because we've been nothing without our followers, and that's the truth.
And that's the truth, and that it is, we don't get wrong, we've got amazing channels and we do amazing stuff, but we would not be who we are if we didn't have our fans. We wouldn't. They are the ones that are our souls. You guys say that we're inspirations to you, but you're inspirations to us. When I'm having bad days and I'm feeling down and I'm not feeling great, you guys lift me. You're just as inspiring as what we are to you, and that's a big thing. And this community is just the best, as I've always said. There will never be a community like ours.
No.
calm
I
down.
think because we've all been there at the stage where my self-confidence was really bad and still I started coming up with Sherry and Uncle Danny and things, and through that I've learned to be able to look at the camera and watch back my lives and things. So I've struggled, guys. So anybody that is struggling with wanting to do YouTube because they're shy and they don't think they can do it, please try, because we'll help you. We'll come into your room and support you. We'll even come up on screen with you and support you. Because if it's your calling in life, don't let being shy
stand in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Just be you. You will get used to it. Nobody starts a genius on here. We're all nervous. I started nervous and unsure, and then as time goes on, you get better and better. It's about growing and learning. So go with it
and enjoy the journey and have a giggle. I mean, that's why I like Haunted Finders, is because they always find something to laugh at when they go an investigation. They always find something that makes it fun, you know, and then it gets serious.
And that's the whole point of it, you know. Be serious, be respectful to the spirits, but don't forget to have fun as well. That makes it so much better. You know, spirits love when you sit there and giggle with them and you joke with them. They're people at the end of the day. So just be you. Just be respectful.
Exactly.
Yeah. I definitely think that if a lot of people do a lot more streams like this, I mean, even some of the people in chat used maybe do a wee inspirational live and bring up the people that's inspired you, that keeps you inspired, because I think our community would probably benefit that if a lot of people did this type of thing, because it shows people their worth, you know.
Yeah, I think maybe this should be something that we do once. Not necessarily having to do it like this, but maybe like, because I'd like to do it the way, like when people come in the room, you can speak out their name and say what inspires you about them, what makes you like them.
I was planning doing that tonight, sis, but I think the time's going on a wee bit longer.
I think we just like rice reverse it. 1 week on your channel, 1 week on my channel, and do it that way. Like, just get people in there, get people to know how important they are, because believe it or not, we're not the ones that are important. It's you guys. You guys are who make us, and I think it's important that you guys feel appreciated. There's not a lot of people that do feel that.
Especially the ones that has only got a couple of hundred subs and they're struggling to think whether they need to keep it going.
But like I said, don't matter how small or big you are, you're all the same. You're all loved and looked at the same. It doesn't matter.
Well, guys, I'm going to end it for tonight, and I think tonight has been one of the streams that we've all needed just to get a wee bit of connection back again. And I really, sorry, Hatch, I didn't see your message, but I don't think the one of you has experienced what me and Buddy has experienced. Yeah, I know.
Don't forget me, Drew, okay? To mind me.
You are.
Don't forget me.
You are. We're setting Michelle to right back to Hatchet. You are an inspiration.
That's her.
Inspiration. And we love you all.
You're an inspiration, Hatchet. How much you stuck in there and did what you had to do to get out your situation.
He's been through a lot.
I respect that. Yeah.
And I am very happy for Hatchie. And
what are you saying, Michelle? Sorry, Mrs.
Well, honey.
What you want to say?
Something
you wanted to say?
Mommy, whenever.
I think our internet's playing up.
Yeah, I think it's coming and going.
Can you get me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Can hear you now.
Okay. No, just mommy whenever you can, honey.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll look forward to getting to know you as well a wee bit better.
Sherry could tell you about me because Sherry knows me very, very well. We're sisters in Christ. We always will be.
Good stuff. Right, I'll go end the live. Just stay where you are and I'll talk to you for 5 minutes, okay?
Love you guys.
Everybody, thank you for coming.
Love you.
Blessed be everybody. And remember, stay safe, okay?
And Sherry, when you get a chance, call me a race witness.
It's not going to be tonight, sweetheart. I am a chock-a-block. I've got shows like McGlaw at the minute that I'm trying to get sorted, but I will ring you when I've got a free moment.
I appreciate that.
I'll catch you soon, right? Blessed be. Good night.
Good night. Good night, too.